Yo, what is going on, guys? Pope JP here with my boys Alex and Asad. We got a fire episode for you
What's good,
guys.
guys?
What's good,
Yo,
guys?
yo.
What's good? What's good? Happy to be here. Ready to talk a little smack about everyone and just like everyone's teams.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
good teams, bad teams.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a
All
lot.
these
There's
teams.
definitely not. I gotta redeem myself. I've been called a fraud way too much recently.
Yeah, bro, you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah, but wait on that because we got to talk about the bottom of the list first. And Assad, you're close to the top, so you got to wait a little bit. Let's start with
Yep.
Anthony. I think we all kind of understand he didn't have the best season. He's playing more for the future. He said that a lot. He keeps saying next year after that. But if are we actually gonna like believe him when he says next year, or do you think that he's right and that his team will get better, or do you think his players are so bad that like it's gonna take a lot longer than just 1 year to recover?
I mean,
The good thing about Anthony is that he has Bijan and then he has a lot of picks.
He
And
does a lot of picks.
another thing with Anthony though, like being a Dallas Cowboys fan, he's extremely loyal. So he's gonna ride with his guys like Dak, which I think actually might be a bad thing a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But he has some good pieces. And he has a decent future. He's got 2 first-round picks this year, 2 seconds. But aside from Bijan, to be honest, the rest of his team's kind of ass. Maybe Bucky's okay, but I don't know. What do y'all think?
personally, yeah, this guy's torched. He has some good pieces. He lucked out with Bucky Irving. He has Bijan obviously. He's made that Keenan Allen trade, which might not be that great, but it's something. His bench is full of no names, and yeah, he does have 2 first round picks. But it's mine and Easy is Ravi's, which are probably going to be like high picks. So they aren't really good. And on top of that, I own his picks for the next 2 years, which is looking pretty spicy at the moment. Man, might use it as trade
let's
capital
go.
this offseason.
You basically
Yeah,
own Anthony.
Yep, as usual. Yep.
Trey
as
McBride
usual.
is really good. He's probably my favorite player on Anthony's team. DJ Moore, I hope he does really bad because he was on my team and I traded him away. Don't really trust many of the Bears players, but
I
yeah,
like Bucky. Bucky
yeah,
Irving.
Bucky's
He's good.
yeah he's gaining a lot of hype. There's even an emoji for him now in Sleeper actually.
Dang.
So
Trevor
yeah,
Lawrence is kind
he's
of a though. I don't know about his quarterback situation. I'm not too high on his quarterbacks.
yeah definitely not. I mean, neither of them. You can't really be excited about either of them. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
I
both just
agree.
terrible.
Yeah. And Dak in the second round too. That's crazy. Anthony, I applaud you, bro. Every single week the Cowboys are so bad and you go back to betting money on them, picking their players, like that's just loyalty, but
Also
it's
stupidity.
tough.
No. We
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
Anthony.
a little bit of delusion. Yep.
And then Evan's team, uh, yeah, kind of same boat. Not, a lot of positives.
hmm
Like, are there
Evan
any
Um,
man.
positives?
yeah, he
Uh
has Chuba, which is seems like he's becoming decent. He has some young. He has like Zay
Yeah, I
Flowers,
like
who's
Zay.
who's sort of
Bo
young.
Nix. Bo Nix is nice.
That's true. Yeah,
Oh,
Bo
Bo
Nix
Nix
is
is
nice.
good. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, he has like Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin on the bench. Like those are two like starting pieces. Um, and he has some depth, but yeah, just Christian McCaffrey being out so long, it just torched
Dang.
his
Yeah.
season, especially from
Imagine
drafting.
if he would have traded Christian McCaffrey to you, Alex. What would you have given him?
Evan. Well, I know exactly what I would have given him because I sent it to you, Evan, but you didn't accept it. Um it was Ramondre, it was Tank Dell, it was a first and a second. In my
Wow.
opinion, that's a huge haul.
That's a huge
Uh,
haul.
I really wanted him on my team, and I've been trying to trade for McCaffrey like for a while. I sent a few proposes, uh, like even before then. But yeah, I
Yeah, that would
guess
have
I
been
guess
really
you just
good for
didn't want
him.
to succeed, bro. I was trying to literally feed you, Evan. I was trying to feed you success, and you didn't take it.
He
I
does
can't
have
help
his
you at that point.
he has his own first, which is good. That's good he didn't
Yeah,
end up trading that away to anyone. Um,
yeah.
but
hmm
yeah, A lot of
Needs
work to
it.
do.
And honestly, I think I traded Travis Kelsey for Godwin, and I think that'll actually work out good for Evan because I think Godwin, when he's healthy and stuff, he has a lot. He's only 28. He's got like a couple more years left in him, so I think that'll help Evan a decent amount.
You got Kelsey for Godwin?
Yeah, I was buying in, so I traded Kelsey straight up for Godwin, and Kelsey's pretty old. That dude's got 1 season left, so if anyone wants him, he's up for trade.
Oh, and you got Jonnu Smith, so you don't even need Kelsey.
Yeah, shout out Ali.
Yeah.
Ali gave me Johnny.
Shout out Ollie on the whatever that guy's name was trade. Chuba's backup, Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah,
Jonathan
no
Brooks.
ACL, dude. 2 ACLs, that's tough.
Crazy.
That is tough.
Thomas's team. I like Thomas's team. I think people might
I think Thomas's
disagree.
team. It,
I like Thomas too.
no, I think it should have performed a lot better than it did.
Yeah.
Um, he has some good pickups right now, like Jerry Judy's been popping off the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he didn't make the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter. But I like his pieces. Pacheco was injured as well. Unfortunately, Zamir White turned out to be an absolute pumpkin. But he has good pieces, and I think he owns his picks, and he has your pick
Yep.
for your second round pick this year. So he can definitely make some moves to be a winner next year.
I think I really, really like Thomas's team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
His 3 running backs, Pacheco, Walker, and Cook, that's just stacked. And then I really like his 2 quarterbacks too. I don't know why Thomas's team didn't perform too well, but
Yeah.
I mean, his team's also pretty deep. I mean, he's got Olave on the bench.
Right.
Uh,
He's had a lot of
yeah, he's
injuries.
got a pretty deep team.
I think that's
Yeah,
been one part of the struggle. And then Dalton Kincaid has just been terrible, and I think he drafted him pretty high. Um, but yeah, Thomas has a really good foundation. I feel like so he could easily be a playoff team next year. Um, of course,
do y'all think Jared
sparring
Judy
injury.
will still be good?
I mean, it's gonna be Deshaun next year, right? Deshaun's gonna come back, so that's gonna
Yeah.
limit Judy's upside once he's back. So no, probably
Yeah,
not.
they might have to like chop that experiment up. Like it might be time to let go of Deshaun.
Bro, who's gonna take him though?
I don't know, dude.
I don't
Tank
think
it.
anybody would.
Start Jameis.
Yeah, I don't think
I think you just have
and
to ride
his
with
money is
Deshaun
pretty much yeah, but Jameis is like the more fun player to watch.
for sure. And
So
he's
it kind of
much better for Njoku, much better for Judy.
yeah.
Just
Like I think these last 2 weeks, Judy's been like literally wide receiver, maybe I don't know, top 5 in points,
Yeah, he's been really
maybe top
good.
10.
he's been on fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
235 yards against Denver. That game was crazy. And I think Jameis had 2 pick sixes against Denver. But it's like every time Jameis throws a pick six, which he will almost every game, that's like it like multiplies the amount of fantasy points you're going to get from Jameis, from Jerry Judy, from David Njoku, because they got to just keep throwing the ball. They got to just keep going down the field. So
Yeah, he likes slinging
Yeah.
that thing
he
for
loves
sure.
slinging it.
Yeah.
So Thomas will be fine. Mick will be fine. I like Mick's team too. A lot of
Mixed team's young.
young pieces.
It is very young. Yeah,
I really like Brock Bowers, dude. And
great
Marvin
pickup.
Harrison. I know he's kind of been having a little bit of a dud season, but give him 1 year. I mean, I think he'll be top 10 wide receiver in points.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think his team is like really young, and it performed about where I expected it to perform. Because I was not big on Caleb Williams, um, this year, and I guess I turned out to be right, kind of partially. But yeah, Bowers, dude, JSN is wide receiver 6 right now. Like he is popping off. He's playing well. And then he's just had some injuries, some bad performances, but I think his team will grow, and I think he'll be good in the next few seasons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Mick, you should trade JSN. Maybe to me. You should sell high
Oh, you
right
want him
now,
back?
dude.
You want him back?
Yeah, I want him back, bro.
I would also like Jason back.
What's Mick's weak point though? I feel like his running backs are kind of weak.
Definitely running backs, yeah,
Hmm.
without a doubt.
I think Mix had Brian Robinson like on his team the last 2 years. I swear he had him last year too.
Oh yeah, I think he did. The thing is
Yeah.
though, like if you're gonna have one weak spot, I think I'd prefer it to be running back. I feel like that's the easiest position to fill, and like just especially with how many injuries happen with running backs, like it's so easy to just pick random guys off on the waiver wire, like a guy named Isaac Guerendo, who's putting up
Yeah.
25 points against Chicago. Like it just shows you how easy it is just to find value at the running back position compared to wide receiver and quarterback. Um, so if that's my weak spot, then I think I'm doing a good job as a
Yeah,
GM.
I agree.
I don't know, the
He also
top
has Damian
echelon
Pierce.
of well, like running backs are definitely like clear cut,
Right.
like game winners though, like the Derrick Henrys and the healthy Christian McCaffreys.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could pick up like Kareem Hunt for half the season and have him average like 12 points a game and be
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep. One injury happens and it's the next guy up.
Yep.
All right. And then Willie's team traded away his older guys for the future. I think before he did that, he had a really good shot at making playoffs. But I guess he wanted to maybe he didn't agree and wanted just to go for next year.
Yeah. Willie has a pretty strong team. I think it's just Pat Mahomes hasn't been a fantasy player. Uh Amon-Ra hasn't really been performing as well, I guess, as some would have expected.
Yeah.
But he has a strong and he's some solid pieces
Yeah.
for sure.
I think he has some good, not great pieces. Like Ramondre, he's a good piece. He's not great. I mean, he does have like Amon Ra. I like the trade that he made for Tank Dell in that first round.
Yeah, that was nice.
He is fully in on the draft and next season. He still has like Rashee Rice, who's on IR, and he has some good pieces on his bench. I think he'll be a contender next year.
Yeah, me too. Well, we've been really nice to everyone, to Willie, Thomas, Mick. Not so nice to Evan and Anthony, but they deserve it. But it's time to get a little harsh, and I think we all know who we're talking about. It's Ollie's team. Didn't make playoffs because of me, because I won my matchup and hit the medium. I don't think Bro even hit the median, did he?
I don't think.
It's really
Nah,
awkward.
he didn't hit the media.
Like, what the heck happened to Ollie's team?
Well, Ollie, you my boy, bro, but let's just say like the first few weeks you're on a high, and then ever since then, dude, your team's been pretty ass. I mean, there's no one on your team that's really been all that great except for Jaden Daniels. I mean, CJ Stroud, as much as I love the dude, ass. Uh, like Jonathan Taylor, never really healthy. Alvin Kamara, he's actually okay, but he's kind of old now. He's 29. You got another year with him, I guess. And also, Ali, bro, you're kind of real because you're giving me some solid trades. So I can't hate on you too much because you low key helped my team out this year. But yeah, your team's kind of cooked, buddy.
This team's
And look at your
ass.
picks. I mean, look at his picks, guys. Like, what does he have?
It's
He
over.
has like, yeah,
It is over for Ollie. Jonathan
Yeah,
Brooks
no,
is cooked.
this guy's an absolute bum. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, so this guy is there's like two main yappers. It's like Ryan Keener and then PoopitySchoop, and one of them is at the top of the boards and one of them is out of the playoffs. And I think that's kind of embarrassing. His duo of CJ Stroud and Nico Collins is a knockoff of Joe Burrow, Jabbar Chase. Like this guy is not good. Like this guy is not going to be in the playoffs for a long while, and I'll be a betting man on that.
Yeah, his team is fraudulent as fuck, that's for sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been saying it since like week 2. Like, this man does not deserve the record that he has, and yet he's finding a way to win every week. And he had a really good record for a while, but the frauds are always going to come out at some point, and we're seeing Ali's true colors now. So, rip Ali.
has Ali traded with anyone else? Like, because I mean, he's notorious for his trade proposals, right? But has anyone? I mean, I traded with him a few times, but has he traded with anyone else so far?
I can check. I don't think I've ever done a trade with Ali. I can't. Like he literally I don't know what it is. Maybe like he's so worried about me fleecing him that he's like so afraid to trade with me. But yeah, like every time we're close to something, he's like, nah, like he backs out. It's like, okay, let's see. So if I
What's
go
your
to
trade experience with
trades,
him, Asad?
What's up?
What's your trade experience with Ali?
That's what I'm looking through right now. I can see him. He definitely sends some. I've rejected every single one of the trades he sent me. Um,
he's pretty much
because he has sent some bummy things.
only traded with you, Alex, and one with Kyle and one with Anthony. Wow, you guys have so many trades together. But yeah, and then other than that, it's just a Zach Ertz trade because he wanted Zach Ertz for a fourth. Oh, and then the Travis Etienne trade where,
Yeah.
yeah, wait, I can't.
He
Oh,
traded
Anthony
for
got Etienne.
Etienne. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Anthony traded away
Anthony,
Etienne.
yeah, Anthony got a good trade because he traded away Etienne for Bijan.
Oh yeah,
And
no, he traded away Etienne and a third for a third, a second, and a second. Yeah, that's huge. I'll take those picks all day
yeah,
over Etienne.
yeah,
So, but yeah, you guys have so many trades together. So I guess he's just been loading up your team. One of you guys is in first, and the other guy is not even in playoffs.
yeah. I'll say for every trade I accept, there's like 5 I deny. So Ollie's a volume shooter, bro. He
He
just be
is.
sending them.
That's what I do
He'll
too.
call me he'll call me up at like 2 a.m. out of nowhere, right? He'll call me at 2 a.m. It's like, "What's up, dude? How you been? You know, just trying to catch up on life." And he's like, "Want to do a trade?" And I'm like, "Okay."
This guy's a night owl. Yeah, he texts me literally like 3 a.m. I wake up the next morning and I'm like, I'm getting texts from Ali at, 3:30 in the morning. I have
Yeah.
no idea what he's doing. He must be, and he still didn't make playoffs. All that work, all those hours put into fantasy, and this guy still can't even find a way to make playoffs. Insane.
Kind
Yeah.
of sad.
Insane. Well, we got the top six now, the playoff contenders. Do we want to talk about predictions instead of going team by team now?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
matchup.
yeah. Let's do
Let's
that.
do
Okay.
matchups.
Me and Assad. I mean, we got me and Assad in the call. So, Alex, if you want to kind of make your predictions on this one, since me and Assad would be pretty biased.
Yeah. Assad, I will say, bro, I like your team. I like your team. It's just kind of old, dude. Like, it's kind of old, and I feel like a lot of these guys are super volatile. Like Garrett Wilson, you never know when he's gonna put up a dud. Devonte Adams, I mean, same thing with him. Like, you never know when he's gonna put up a dud. Cooper Cup, he's putting up a dud right now. You know what I mean?
But yeah, currently.
So you have good players, you have good pieces. It's just none of them I really trust. Uh, and then you got JP's team over here, and I feel like his team's more consistent. And like the only inconsistent guy on his team, I'd say, is probably AR and his starting lineup at least, and maybe Calvin Ridley. So my prediction is for JP. I like his team a lot. I
Appreciate that,
really
champ.
like James Conner. I wish I took that trade you sent me earlier this year for him.
What did I send you? It was probably bad for me if it was
Yeah, it was really
including
bad
James
for me. I
Conner.
think it was like Damian Pierce for James Conner. It was a
No, it
crazy trade.
wasn't. No, it wasn't not. I would never have sent that. Oh my
Let me
gosh.
find it. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Damian Pierce for James Conner.
It was a crazy trade. It was a
So
crazy trade. I didn't accept it, bro.
I said,
Oh, you know who it was? It was Javonte Williams for James Conner.
I did not send that. I did not send that. There had to have been a pick in there or
Dude,
something.
I have it right here. I have it right
Like
here. And here's what you
straight
said. You
up?
said, I think this is really good. Yeah, straight up. And you even supported it. You're like, I think this is really good for you if you think you have a shot at winning this year. I think my team is more of a down the road team since my wide receivers are so young. So Javonte would fit my team better.
Okay,
And I said, that's pretty
screenshot it.
good. Think about it.
Screenshot it. I would never have
All right,
sent
I'll
that.
screenshot it. I'll screenshot and text it to you right now.
That's insane. But yeah, I did say time to watch Stafford and Cup put up a stinker. We're in the third quarter right now. I didn't not expect it to be this bad. I mean, Matthew Stafford has
It's really
54
bad.
yards, and Cooper Cup doesn't even have a catch yet. Like, pretty sad. But it's a super rainy game. It's more of a, they're gonna keep the ball on the ground in Kyron's hands. But yeah,
Yeah.
not looking good for Assad in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, not gonna
Yeah.
lie, my team. I think Alex is right. My team is very volatile, and there are, sometimes two people put up 40 points, and I'll win that way. But I would compare my season a lot to like the Chiefs season. They've been beatable every game, as have I. But at the end of the day, I'm 11-2, and that's what counts right now. So I'd never count myself out personally. Justin Herbert against Tampa Bay, he's going to light up that defense personally. Devonta Adams, Garrett Wilson, I have to start both of them this week because of my depth. It's a bit off. I don't trust Nick Chubb. Austin Eckler is unfortunately injured, and Kareem Hunt is no longer the starting running back. So I'm kind of depending on them to get it done. But I never count me out. Personally, I'd say I still have a good shot on this right now.
I would
Aside,
absolutely.
you're.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
I was gonna say, yeah, you do have a shot. Like, I think you never know when one of these guys is gonna pop off, especially Achan. Like that dude could
True.
be due for 40.
40 easily. Yeah.
For sure.
Achan's a beast. Um, but
Yeah.
putting this much faith in Aaron Rodgers and the Jets offense as a whole would scare the shit out of me every week. Like to have both Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson, it's scary.
Yeah, no, it is. It is very
Yeah.
scary.
Um, Next matchup is a fun one. We're running it back between Armon and Kyle with the crazy matchup last week. I feel like you can't really predict this one. Like this could go either direction, and we've obviously seen that from last week.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't want to face any of these dudes. Like both of their teams, top to bottom, are pretty stacked.
Yeah,
Like I don't even know how they're not the second or I don't know how they're not the second seed. I don't know how Ryan snuck into second seed over Armand's team and Kyle's team because these guys, top to bottom, I don't see that many flaws.
yeah, it's insane. Like they both have, yeah, just like you said, stacked rosters.
I don't even know how Jameer Gibbs is putting up so many points when he's splitting it with Montgomery. Like that's just insane. He's running back 4 right now, and he's splitting half the carries. If you look at his snap percentage, like he's at 50% probably on average, and he's RB4. That's insane.
It actually is insane. Like, and David Montgomery has been great too. So it's, I mean, they could both have great games. I don't think I haven't seen a week where one of them like pops off and the other one has a dud. Like I feel like they're both so consistent and they both do so well every week, which is like yeah, it's insane that you can have two running backs doing that good for fantasy on the same team
Mhm.
week to week.
No, dude, I agree. These both of these teams are pretty solid. Also, they have like not only do they have Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery, but they also have like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, which is kind of not the same, but still like
Yeah.
opposing receivers. But yeah, dude, they have players that are consistently popping off. Like Josh Jacobs is playing really well. Joe Mixon's like, he's a dog. And then Jordan Addison popping off last week. Maybe he like pulls another 30-point game. I
Yep.
can see this going either way, but personally, I think LeGM takes it.
Yeah, I think if I am going to pick a side, which I think we all should, I'm also going to take the Lee GM side. Like his team, and I think he has to win this year. But I also just think yeah, his team is super stacked.
Yeah, he's coming for
I'm
revenge
picking the gym
after.
too.
All right,
Oh, he actually got that end of the game win last week. Actually, I'm switching it. I'm on Zin diet now. We
all
can't all be on
right,
the same
all
person.
right. So two on Lee
I will
GM
say,
side. Yeah, go ahead.
uh, I'll say Kyle, like Loki, when you made that trade for Juwan Jennings, I know you got a lot of heat. I was one of the people giving you heat, but I think you saw something none of us saw because actually, that's actually pretty good, man.
Yeah, he definitely did not see something we didn't see, but he did definitely get really lucky. And that's the thing, like that's the whole thing with vetoing trades is like you never know what's gonna happen. So you could see like an egregious trade, but you don't know how the rest of the season is gonna go. And this Jawan Jennings trade kind of proves that because if you look at from week 10 on, like he has been the wide receiver one for the 49ers, and all of us were saying he will never be like even the wide receiver two, right? Because you got Debo, Ayuk, even Ricky Pearsall, you got Kittle, but yet he's been startable in in his lineup most weeks and has been producing, and it's nothing we ever expected. And obviously the Ayuk injury helps, but he has literally been the wide receiver one. Debo's been non-existent, so I mean nobody saw this coming. But yeah,
Yeah, I wonder who has Debo. Oh yeah, it's all Lee.
yeah,
Yeah, I like Kyle's quarterback depth too. Like when someone's off, he has Mr. Unlimited to throw in. Like
Yep, he has good quarterbacks.
I like because he's been a little inconsistent. Hopefully he picks it up.
Who has been?
But he's got some good depth, he has some good young players like Laporta. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be good.
Go
I
ahead.
think Armand takes it, but I'm rooting for you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Nah, I'm on Striggs and I can see Josh Allen going for a big game here.
easily, maybe
Who's
another
your
40
against
pointer
Detroit? Yeah, I think it'll be a shootout.
for sure. It'll be a shootout between these two
I
guys
hope
as well.
so. I mean, if the Bills lose two back to back, it's gonna be kind of rough on them. They could potentially fall from that second spot.
Yeah, that's actually going to be a crazy game for them because they both Armand and Kyle have a decent amount of Detroit and Bills players, so that'll
Mhm.
be a good matchup to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
that'll definitely like tell those games are gonna interfere with all their players, and it's gonna affect like if it's a high or low scoring game. I think it's still gonna be high scoring, especially Joe. And then I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase against the Tennessee defense, which I think they give up some big pass plays. The run defense is pretty solid. I think they're gonna do good. They're gonna cook. This is an intriguing matchup, especially after how the GM won it at the end of the season with that last second touchdown to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that
I think Strigzin's is like in for like a revenge game right here.
I think so too. I think the player that'll win it for him though, I think is going to be Josh Jacobs.
Against
That's
Seattle.
the X
Yeah.
factor for me. If he has, yeah, that's the X factor. I think.
I just feel like
Agreed.
any of these players can pop off. That's the thing. They all have such high ceilings. Like AJ Brown hasn't been great, but he can easily pop off for 30 points. But also so can Devonta Smith. So these players like are just so they've all been good, but they're also their ceilings are way up there. Josh Allen kind of proving that last week. So and then well, I mean we'll see. It is going to come down to who's on the goal line for the for Detroit. You know, who's the running back in the red zone. I'm sure they're both going to be watching this game and getting very pissed off if it's not their guy, if it's the other guy. Um, but that'll, who's getting the touchdowns, who's getting the goal line work, that'll determine this matchup. So,
Yeah,
fun one.
it'll be
And
a good
then
one.
the only thing that's left is the toilet bowl, right? Mick against
Yep, losers
Willie and
bracket.
Thomas against Ali. So, we're all rooting for Thomas in this matchup, and Willie against Mick
Yeah.
will be interesting.
I'm gonna root for I'm gonna root for Willie just because he has half my players. So
You know what? I think Willie played it smart. It doesn't really matter anymore. I'm gonna go for Willie as well.
All right, and then what about Thomas or Ali?
I mean, we all like, come on.
okay,
PoopitySchoop
I'm
is
gonna have to
fraud.
root for Ali here, guys. I mean, I just do a lot of business with him.
So
Thomas,
you got to keep him
you're
on your
my
good
guy too,
side.
bro. But yeah, we haven't made a trade yet, Thomas. We gotta make one. Make it happen. We can
Ali
do
has my.
something.
I have Ali's pick, so I love to see him. Love to see him lose and go down further and further. But yeah, do we have anything else? Talked about a lot. Any
And
more shit
talked
to
about a
talk?
lot. Um,
Do you need to defend yourself
I
at all,
think I
Assad?
could end it off. Nah, I like 11-2. Like yeah. Like there's only two people in the league that can talk to me. But yeah, personally, I would like to address that Hawk and Hall torture had arguably the luckiest season.
Yeah, that's a
Sam
Mickey
Pretty
Mouse
Darnold
crazy.
run.
should be a pumpkin, and he will get there. And hopefully JJ McCarthy will start. Um, but yeah, this guy, he's the number two yapper. So I'm honestly like hope he doesn't win this year.
It's not even just the players that he's gotten lucky on too. It's the fact that he hasn't had injuries, and they're starting to show up now. With I think he had a DK Metcalf injury for a few weeks. Now Brees Hall's banged up. But like throughout the whole season, I don't think he had anyone significant get injured, and that really helped him. But yeah, also
Yeah.
just getting super
Yeah.
lucky with his quarterbacks that no one expected to be good.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Sweet.
my pick to win is probably Alex. His team is 2 stack.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm in a good position, but uh we'll see for next year as well. I definitely have a lot of older players, so I'm gonna have to be in the market to do some replacements. But I went all in, as you guys saw. I traded a lot of my future, so we'll see if it pays off though. But you
It
gotta do
probably
what you
will.
gotta do when the window's open.
Exactly. I mean, the whole point of this is to win championships, and that's what you're trying to do. And I think you have a really good shot. So I think you're playing the game right. My question is, you have the bye week this week. I don't know how that feels. A lot of us don't know how that feels. So tell us what you're doing on the bye week, how you feel. You probably have your feet, propped up. What's going through your mind? Are you just preparing for next week? Are you
Yeah.
watching the matchups to see like who your competitions, who your matchups going to be against? What are you doing to prepare for next week?
I'm keeping a close eye on Kyle and Armon. Uh, I really don't want to face Armon. I'd rather face Kyle. I also feel like if I face Kyle and Kyle beats me, there'll be less shit talk from Kyle. So
True,
I'm
true.
rooting for you, Kyle. I'm keeping a close eye on that. Also watching the Rockets. Shout out the Rockets. I think they play OKC this weekend, right? For the
Yeah, Saturday.
yeah, Saturday. So keep an eye on that. Um, yeah, just watching some of the matchups. Uh, gonna watch Jameis. Always like to watch
For
my
sure,
guy Jameis.
for
Want to see
sure.
him succeed, and yeah,
If you
it's a
start
it's a
him,
chill.
I don't
It's
think you
nice having
will,
them.
but if you start him next week, that'd be pretty awesome.
Dude, there was one week where I actually did start Jameis over Tua, and I think Jameis had like 5 points.
Oh man.
It was crazy. I gotta find which week that was, but yeah,
And I
I,
saw
s- I
your
still got faith in
text.
my guy though. I really hope he has a start. Oh, you saw it?
I saw your text. I cannot believe I sent you James Conner for Javonte Williams 5 months ago. That's insane. Like, I'm so glad that didn't actually go through. I'd probably be crying right now. Javonte Williams has been terrible, and James Conner's been great. Oh my gosh. Like, that's the problem with me sometimes is I send way too many trades, and that's a really bad one. And I'm really
Yeah,
surprised that I sent that.
that one was a flaw in both of us because it's like I was super high on Javante, you were also super high on him,
Yeah,
but because we were both super high on him, we didn't want to make that trade. So
yeah.
yeah, that
I
was
guess he's just a
yeah,
bum.
happened. Yeah, he's a bum. I tried to trade for him back though from Armand, but yeah.
Assad, you got anything else?
No, dude. I mean, Armand should be lucky I gave Joe Burrow to him. Honestly, I still like that trade because I did get Anthony's future, and that future's looking bright. But that is a big hit, especially I could definitely use him now since
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's looking pretty
Yeah.
bad. But
What are
it
you
is
what
what
are you
it
looking at
is.
with that pick?
I don't know. Honestly, like I do obviously want to go for like Ashton Genty. Like I think he's gonna be like really good. I like the dude. But I feel like maybe picking up a quarterback, a young quarterback, other than JJ McCarthy, because I don't know if he's going to start, might be a good idea, especially with Matthew Stafford getting old. But that is for me to decide on draft night.
It's crazy that you get to pick whoever you want.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna get a Travis Hunter, a Shador.
No, I don't trust the Colorado players.
Wow.
All right.
Fraudulent. Well, that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still here listening, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you to Alex and Assad for joining me on this one. It's fun to talk about the matchups, and good luck to everyone this week, except for Assad. And we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
See you guys.
He's